What if the person you've been taught to despise is the only one who sees through the performance you've perfected for everyone else, and the hatred that keeps you apart is actually the safest place to hide the desire that could destroy your family? In Wicked Stepbrother, Delilah Drew delivers a taboo romance that transforms forbidden attraction into a searing exploration of internalized shame, proving that in families built on secrets, the most dangerous line isn't the one between blood and choice, it's the one between self-preservation and authenticity. This isn't merely another stepbrother romance with stolen glances. It's a psychologically precise narrative where every argument carries unspoken longing, every shared space feels like both sanctuary and sentence, and love means risking everything to be seen, when visibility has always meant loss. From the first tense narration, listeners are trapped in a domestic pressure cooker, where proximity is torture, and tenderness feels like treason. Perfect for fans of emotionally complex taboo fiction and stories where healing happens through transgression rather than compliance, this audiobook serves up relentless tension, unflinching emotional honesty, and protagonists whose journey from bitter rivals to devoted partners resonates with anyone who's ever loved someone they weren't supposed to want. When college student Liam Hayes returns home for summer break, he expects to avoid his stepbrother Noah Vance, not to discover their years of manufactured hostility have curdled into something neither can name. But as forced cohabitation strips away social scripts, Liam realizes this tension isn't about resentment, it's about recognition. Drew masterfully avoids reducing their dynamic to fetish or trauma response. Instead, she crafts a relationship rooted in radical transparency within constraint, where consent is negotiated through boundaries that protect both hearts and households, and where intimacy emerges from honoring resistance rather than overriding it. The audiobook narration amplifies this emotional alchemy, capturing Liam's defensive sarcasm softening into vulnerable clarity, and Noah's guarded intensity revealing depths beneath performative indifference. You don't just hear their bond ignite, you feel the seismic shift of two men learning that love doesn't require erasing history, but rewriting its meaning together. What elevates Wicked Stepbrother beyond typical taboo fare is its nuanced portrayal of forbidden attraction as identity reclamation rather than rebellion for shock value. Liam isn't merely falling for Noah, he's confronting how familial expectations taught him to equate worth with conformity, challenging the notion that safety requires silence. Noah doesn't corrupt him through devotion. He creates space where Liam's contradictions can exist without judgment, honoring his autonomy even as his own walls crumble. Their relationship evolves through acts of radical reciprocity, sharing truths during late-night confrontations that bypass performance, setting limits that protect both privacy and partnership, and defending each other from relatives who mistake loyalty for ownership. Supporting characters add vital texture: parents whose blindness reflects willful ignorance, friends whose concern masks discomfort, even the family home itself, rendered as living archive whose walls absorb decades of unspoken desires. Every interaction reinforces the novel's core truth. In landscapes shaped by prohibition, honesty is insurgency, and presence is the only true belonging. Even the taboo mechanics serve thematic depth, with stolen moments mirroring emotional integration, and familial rules becoming metaphors for inherited cages. For audiobook listeners, this production is an immersive sensory descent into intimate dread. The narrator embodies Liam and Noah with remarkable distinction. Liam's voice carries brittle defiance laced with dawning tenderness, while Noah's low timbre trembles with suppressed longing beneath disciplined restraint, making their chemistry palpable even in stillness. Sound design enhances atmosphere without overwhelming intimacy. Distant footsteps marking escalating stakes, rain against bedroom windows during vulnerable confessions, the hushed rustle of fabric syncing with breath during quiet exchanges, all anchor emotional stakes in sensory reality. Pacing mirrors the rhythm of repression and release, deliberate during negotiation and internal reckoning, then surging with urgency as external threats force irreversible choices. Whether you're navigating daily commutes or lying awake in darkness, the audiobook creates a portable pressure cooker where isolation feels absolute and connection feels like oxygen. It's storytelling as embodied validation, transforming passive listening into active participation in a love story that refuses to be sanitized. Ultimately, Wicked Stepbrother redefines taboo romance by centering male vulnerability within forbidden frameworks. It satisfies genre cravings for intense chemistry and high-stakes tension, while delivering substantive commentary on queer shame, familial expectation, and the radical act of building partnerships based on mutual recognition rather than fantasy. No prior series knowledge is needed. It stands confidently as a complete emotional odyssey. If you've ever wondered whether love can thrive in shadowed spaces, or if true strength requires embracing the unacceptable, this audiobook will affirm that sometimes the most powerful act is choosing to be seen, scars and secrets alike. Press play, cross the threshold, and prepare to believe that even in landscapes shaped by prohibition, hearts still find ways to choose grace. Your next favorite taboo romance isn't waiting in easy redemption. It's waiting in the brave, trembling choice to rewrite the story together.